welcome you to Thompson Bowling Arena here in Knoxville. A top 10 showdown. The Kentucky Wildcats in town to take on the 6th-ranked Lady Vols. You are watching the SEC on ESPN. I'm Beth Mullins along with Carolyn Peck. And South Carolina was a winner earlier today over Vanderbilt. Tennessee now needing a win to keep pace. Their showdown for first place in the league looming now a week from tomorrow night. Kentucky still has Carolina and Tennessee on the schedule so they can play their way back into the mix as we head into the final weeks of the season. And Rebecca Lobo spoke of her, Carolyn, so let's take a closer look at the Thursday night for Michaela Epps.
42 points against Mississippi State in double overtime. Epps has been moved to that point guard spot in the absence of Janae Thompson, and since January 15th, Epps is averaging over 20 points a game. This is a player that puts the Wildcats on her back, and against Mississippi State hit the game winner. And she said in the camera, Tennessee, I'm ready for you. But Tennessee's got something for Kentucky, and it's the inside game. When you've got Harrison, Graves, and Burdick, the size inside, Tennessee is going to have to go to the paint if they want to pull off another win against Kentucky.
And the Tennessee players saw the post-game comments of Michaela Epps, and they too are ready for the Cats. A one-point winner when they squared off in January. It's the outside for Kentucky, the inside for Tennessee. Harper, Epps, and Goss on the perimeter along with Sydney and Rice. They prefer the quicker tempo. For the Lady Vols, they're awfully good in the half-court set with that front line of Burdick, Graves, and Harrison. They continue to go with Reynolds and Carter at the guard spots. They will bring the veteran Ariel Massengale off the bench. And a look at Matthew Mitchell, whose coaching career started right here as a graduate assistant for Pat Summitt. And now in his 8th year at Kentucky, he is the winningest coach in Wildcat history and has been to the Elite Eight 3 times in the last 5 years. Holly Warlick starred here as a player, longtime assistant to Pat Summitt, and now in her 3rd season as the head coach. She has another 20-win campaign under her belt. But you get the sense every time you come here, Carolyn, the push is on to get back to the big stage. They won their 8th national championship in 2008. An SEC team has not been back to the Final Four since, as they continue to press forward. Could be 8 or 9 teams into the tournament this year.
We got 2 SEC teams right now that are predicted to be #1 seeds for the tournament.
And you do not have to adjust the color on your screen. It will be Tennessee in the light pink and Kentucky in the dark pink. And the feed inside and around and down for Isabel Harrison.
One of the things that Tennessee talked about was getting the ball inside and then picking up pressure defensively. They wanted to turn Kentucky over, and they do first possession.
Jordan Reynolds will keep, the sophomore out of Portland, Oregon, and a good start for the Lady Vols. They'll come back with a little bit of pressure.
Tennessee in that 1-2-2 3/4 court press to contain. Take time off the clock. It's already at 17, the shot clock.
This is Michaela Epps, number 25, who's been at the point for the last about a month or so. Has not in the least bit affected her ability to score. She has become the leading scorer in the SEC as Tennessee swings it around. A shot off the mark from Sierra Burdick.
But the patience of Tennessee of moving the ball in, taking the time. It doesn't, just because it goes in the paint doesn't mean you got to shoot it.
2-pointer is good from Bria Goss, the senior out of Indianapolis.
Matthew Mitchell said the key is we're going to get shots. Are we going to knock those shots down? That's a good sign for Goss to hit her first one.
They come in 20th in the country in scoring at 77 points per game. They are well known for their 40 minutes of dread style of play. They like to turn you over and score off of it. Sydney with the rebound. Matthew Mitchell was very proud too, Carolyn, that they out-rebounded Tennessee in the loss earlier this year. Not a lot of teams can do that. As Kentucky turns it over.
It was only by 1, but if that margin, if it's closer, you can have the lead rebounding-wise against the Lady Vols. You give yourself a chance to put yourself in a position to pull off a win.
And a quick entrance for Ariel Massengale, the senior out of Bolingbrook, Illinois, comes into the game 8 points shy of 1,000 for her career. and 16 assists shy of 500.
But you see Ariel Massengill comes in, Matthew Mitchell makes that chest move, Jen O'Neill comes in. The second leading scorer, she has been the leading scorer all year until Epps erupted for 42 points the other night.
O'Neill's 43 in a win last year over Baylor. Those are the top 2 scoring performances from the 2 teammates in the SEC in the last 5 years. 2 from the corner won't go for Harper.
Harper is that third guard that Kentucky needs to get going. Getting point production from Epps and O'Neal. Harper's the third he needs.
Rattled in and out by Graves. Burdick with the offensive rebound. Graves working to get another opportunity.
Her freshman year, they called her the Beast. The Beast is back in her junior season.
Harper tried to step through, couldn't finish. Tennessee with some numbers, and here comes Burdick on the trail. Good find by Massengill. Timeout, Kentucky. Matthew Mitchell not liking the transition D early on, and the Lady Vols taking advantage.
My wife is a doctor. She often has to travel for long periods of time.
She's helping sick people so that they can get better.
And being away from us is very difficult. I know how much these pictures mean to her.
Share moments as vivid as life with the Nikon D3300. Sending pictures to your phone is so easy, we call it Nikon Snap Bridge.
I love getting these pictures. They make me feel like I'm home.
The Nikon D3300, made for Generation Image. And check out the all-new Nikon D5500.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by State Farm. For auto, home life, and banking, get to a better state.
And back here at the University of Tennessee and Thompson Bowling Arena, home of the 8 national championships under Coach Emeritus Pat Summitt.
Holly Warlick has already subbed out Isabel Harrison. I think that's a good move. You don't want to take a risk of getting her picking up any cheap fouls, and you don't need her right now.
This is O'Neal and the darker jerseys, the darker pink here for Kentucky. And the turnover out of the timeout. 3 giveaways already, and Matthew Mitchell will turn and go to his bench. He wants some fresh blood out there. He'll bring on Alexis Jennings, the 6'2 freshman, and he'll get Bria Goss back in. Graves had it stripped away. Good D by Asia Bishop, who's also out there. Offensive rebound, Kentucky with a bump, and Jennings will go to the line.
So what Kentucky needs to do, they got to find a way to score so they can get their defense set. They're better when they're playing up-tempo. It was a very fast-paced game the first time these 2 teams met in Lexington. So if Kentucky can get a basket and then get their press set.
Jennings, 77% on the season. She's been playing well of late. You know, freshmen sometimes start to run out of gas this time of year, but she has actually picked up her play in double digits in 6 of her 9 games and her first career double-double against LSU.
I like this freshman, and she just continues to gain more and more confidence. She's got a 3-point threat. She can stretch the D. She's physical inside. She's going to be good for Kentucky over her career.
Stripped by Epps. She takes it away from Carter, and then they give it right back. And Matthew Mitchell telling Epps, hey, take it to the basket. You scored 42 the last time you played.
Well, I think she's hesitating. She's looking to pass instead of score. Think score first. Make the defense commit.
Hustling to try and beat that 10-second backcourt violation. This is Burdick stepping into the mid-range jumper, assisted by Massengill.
This is the adjustment Holly Warlick made. In Lexington, it was Sierra Burdick with the 2 guards breaking the press. This time, it's Bashara Graves. She's got good handles as a post.
Epps has not attempted a shot yet. Being defended by Carter. Bishop to set the screen.
See, right now, Bashard Gray's a post because of switching. That would be a mismatch where Epps could take the ball to the basket.
Good start for the Lady Vols. They're on top 10-4.
Off to a fast pace. Easy buckets in transition. Good sign for the Lady Vols.
All right, guys, let's huddle up here and talk probiotics. For digestive health? Yes, and did you know that True Biotics is a daily probiotic that helps in 2 ways? It supports digestive and immune health by working in your gut, where 70% of your immune system lives. Try True Biotics today.
State Farm National Bureau of Assist agent Cliff Pauls, No Ask Assist, is always a customer pleaser.
Don't worry, Greg. I'm here to help with the window. He's here to help with the passing.
Cool. The best assist is one you never see coming.
What's better than Golden Corral's hot and delicious yeast rolls? How about 6 free yeast rolls to take home?
Free. That works for me.
Hurry in with your family for our legendary dinner buffet and take home 6 yeast rolls absolutely free. Yup, that's how we roll. Only at Golden Corral.
I love my Meta Health bars because when nutritious tastes this delicious, I don't miss the other stuff.
Meta Health bars help promote heart health. Experience the Meta effect with our multi-health wellness line.
Business owners, listen up. Give me an I.
Give me an M.
Give me a C. What's that spell? Incorporation, protection, success. Incorporate your business.
INC. If you're starting a business, these 3 letters can make the difference between making a fortune and losing everything. That's why Incorporate.com is now giving away a free 10-minute incorporation guide to all business owners. Call now for yours. 1-800-921-5936. 1-800-921-5936.
North Carolina, Duke, the next chapter. Wednesday at 9 on ESPN.
10-4, Tennessee with the lead over Kentucky. A top 10 showdown this afternoon here at Thompson Bowling Arena. Beth Mowins along with Carolyn Peck. Carolyn, can we get lucky once again with this matchup? They have been so good and so close the last few times they've played.
Well, in the SEC tournament, it came down to a 1-point game, and this was a nail-biter going back and forth. It was freshmen Lene Harper and Michaela Epps that kicked Kentucky in the ball game, but Isabel Harrison is the player that Tennessee was able to go to down low and inside. And then in Kentucky, in Lexington, just last month in January, Kentucky had 4 looks at the end to try to pull off the win, but it was the Lady Vols that came away victorious.
Tennessee in this series, they have dominated, although Kentucky came in here last year and won for the first time ever at Thompson Bowling. 6 of the last 9 have been decided by 8 points or less. And really, Carolyn, when you look at the last 5 years, these have been the top 2 teams in the conference. They've met 3 times in 5 seasons in the SEC championship game.
I think it's the proximity. Michaela Epps told us earlier today it's a border war.
Yep.
So these 2 teams go at it every chance they get.
And of course, with the success over the last 30 or 40 years at Tennessee, the rest of the teams in the conference know more than likely a championship run will go through Knoxville at some point. The pressure for the Cats, they get a steal and a stick back. Of course, the newcomer this year, after winning the regular season a year ago, the South Carolina Gamecocks, they are following up that strong finish with another good one. They're 12-0 right now in the league, and a win here by Tennessee today would match that. And they will play each other in Columbia a week from Monday night. Let's take a look at the pressure from Kentucky. This is how they like to try and turn things around.
Well, that's why Holly Warlick called the timeout, because of the pressure denial, taking the guards out of the offense. Kentucky is not allowing Drea Carter or Ariel Massengale to get the inbounds pass. And what those 2 guards need to do is they've got to make contact with the defense, seal them off, hold their position to corral the basketball, and then they can break it. Don't leave it.
Well, be sure to catch Big Monday presented by Verizon tomorrow night. It's Pittsburgh against Virginia. And then we'll follow that up with Kansas and West Virginia. Monday night on ESPN, it's a part of Rivalry Week presented by Wendy's. That is on the men's side. The women tomorrow night, a doubleheader for you on ESPN2. It's Maryland, Michigan State, and Duke, Notre Dame.
That's a big rebound by Isabel Harrison. And then the tie-up. Kentucky has turned their defense up.
And now Tina Napier will change the call and say Tennessee got a timeout before the tie-up. And they will have possession. Tina Napier, Cameron Inouye, and Bill Arentz, the officials today.
But Isabel Harrison coming back in the ball game. This is what she does so well in battling for the boards. Relentless. She must have verbally asked for that timeout because she had the basketball, couldn't give the sign, and Tina Napier awards it to Tennessee.
That's already a couple of early timeouts for the Lady Vols burned. Kentucky had to call one early after the Lady Vols got out to an 8-2 start. See if they can get Harrison some touches. She's taken just a couple of shots thus far.
But she spends a lot of time up around the free throw line area. So the ball's away from her. Now you've got to get her the ball, or either get it from the top and then in.
Bishop really working hard to try and get the front on her. Shot clock is down to 5. Carter will launch for 3, and the long rebound out to O'Neal. Epps is not on the floor right now for Kentucky. Harper will pull up and knock down the deuce.
Harper is the player that Matthew Mitchell needs to get scoring from. He knows that it'll eventually come from Epps and O'Neal, but to have that third score will be big for Kentucky.
Bishop with the nice block inside on Burdick. She is 4th all-time in career blocks at Kentucky.
That's a good block. Bishop really has flexed her muscles down low inside, going against Harrison and Burdick.
Substitution now. Rice will replace Bishop. Jamie Nard, the freshman, is now in to inbound for the Lady Vols.
See, Isabel Harrison could rip and go and just drive to the basket. She had a lane to attack.
And a bump and a foul on the screen. Both defenders chased after Carter. That's their first on Rice.
But you look how much time Isabel Harrison spends up around the free throw line area. Yes, when you come off that screen, your guards are going to be defended by the post, and you can draw a foul, but you get opportunities to score when you keep Isabel Harrison down on the block. See, she's back out. She's setting the screen. You run the risk of her picking up fouls out there.
Pull up. Carter got it.
So far, defensively, Tennessee in their man-to-man. They played a lot of zone earlier in January against Kentucky. Today, just a solid man-to-man.
Another takeaway for the Tennessee defense. Carter with the nice change of direction gets fouled, and that'll be the first on O'Neal.
Tennessee's looking to push tempo. Massengale finds Carter with the crossover through the middle. And the guards for Tennessee are attacking the paint and keeping the pressure on Kentucky.
Off of the turnovers too, Carolyn. You know, this Tennessee defense can be so instrumental in leading to easy buckets. The Tennessee offense seems to struggle at times to score, but this defense statistically is one of the best in school history.
Well, they have the potential of breaking a record of holding teams that they had in 06-07 to 55.5 points a game. Right now they're holding teams to 54.7. I really like the focus on defense that Holly Warlick has brought back to this team. Because these players have gotten caught up a lot in their offense, but it's their defense is what's they've got to hang their hat on.
Goss probes the baseline. Rice can't finish at the rim. Harrison with the rebound and the outlet. Harrison the trail into Graves. Good ball movement by the Lady Vols. And they find Jamie Nard, the 6'2 freshman. Kentucky with the push. And Nard is fouled by Harper. That'll be her first.
See, I like the last transition by Tennessee. The high-low, Harrison gets the ball down low to Graves. Defense collapse, then the kick out. But using that high-low, you have so many options offensively.
They're shooting close to 50% while holding Kentucky under 30% so far. Cats will counter with some pressure.
Jamie Nard for Tennessee has been getting more and more minutes. And the coaching staff really likes the confidence that she's playing with and her versatility.
Harrison taking advantage of the mismatch against O'Neal. She's got 4. Lady Vols doubling up the Cats. Good trap by Tennessee. They force the held ball. Possession arrow will stay with Kentucky.
Harrison is playing like an All-American. And watch Beth, how she controls herself and keeping herself out of foul trouble. She gathers instead of charging into Jen O'Neal. Gather and then go up. Because in the last 8 games, no foul trouble for Isabel Harrison. The 10 before that, 7 of those 10 games, in the first half, she was having to go to the bench with picking up those 2 quick fouls.
Well, the senior from Nashville is playing with some consistency, some higher numbers they've expected for a while from Izzy. Up to 17 points and 9 rebounds per game over the last 6. As she has been able to stay on the court by staying out of foul trouble, as you mentioned.
Well, the success of Tennessee is going to be determined on the amount of minutes that Isabel Harrison is available to play.
Alexa Middleton now into the lineup. They've also done a good job containing Michaela Epps. After a 42-point performance in her last outing, she is just 0 for 2 here through the first 8 minutes. Middleton behind the back, Burdick off the mark. Epps to Harper. 3-ball, no good from Jennings. 28% on the season, and the chest tap to say, I should not have put that one up.
With rollover data, the data you don't use this month rolls over to the next month.
And I don't have to do anything.
Not a thing. Mobile Sure Value customers get it automatically. It's how we show appreciation.
You know, I really appreciate that you appreciate me as a customer.
And we appreciate how much you appreciate us appreciating our customers.
And I appreciate that you appreciate that.
And I appreciate you appreciating that.
I appreciate that.
Introducing AT&T Rollover Data. The data you don't use this month rolls over to the next month. All on the network with the nation's strongest LTE signal.
When we stopped selling the cheeseburger pizza, boy, did I hear about it. And Big Bill 7 writes, "Are you kidding me? No more cheeseburgers on a pizza? Are you kidding me?" They're back, Big Bill, with bacon.
Are you kidding me?
Introducing the new Bacon Cheeseburger Pizza. Get a large for $12. And add our new double chocolate chip brownie for only $6 more.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
It's good.
You're not Mr. Craig.
Yeah, I'm confused. Where's Mr. Craig?
Well, I'm sort of Mr. Craig. We're both between 35 and 45 years old. We both like to save money on car insurance, and we're both really good at teaching people a lesson.
Cool.
Sit down.
All right.
Sorta You isn't you. Only Esurance has coverage my way. It helps make sure you only pay for what's right for you, not someone sorta like you.
I think I blacked out from fear. Did we ask him where Mr. Craig was?
We did.
Esurance, backed by Allstate. Click or call.
Snow breaks down. Can we have a dunk? Yes, we do!
Michelle Snow goes for the dunk, and she throws it down!
Thinking about a dunk? There it is!
And the throw down in transition. Yes, ma'am, we see you, Candace Parker. Celebrating Dunk Week with some throwdowns from the ladies' side. Right now, Tennessee leading Kentucky 18-9. Of course, Candace Parker and Michelle Snow, a couple of the dunkers. Talk a little bit about Georgianne Wells and Brittany Griner as well later on in our ball game. Of course, West Virginia and Baylor are coming up next.
Good segue.
Thank you very much. Those Baylor Lady Bears, they're smoking hot right now. 22-game winning streak on the line this afternoon. What did you think this week, the NCAA Selection Committee, Carolyn, coming out with a top 20 and the number 1 seeds ahead of the selection process, of course, coming up in May?
I think it prejudices the committee because now it's keeps the eyes on those 4 teams. It does start the discussion. Some people thought that Baylor should be a number 1 seed.
Yep.
But I think with Tennessee's strength of schedule, I think that little bit of that discussion comes up because it's what will happen when Tennessee and South Carolina meet.
Epps with the runner, and that's her first bucket for Michaela Epps, the leading scorer in the SEC. I think it's great fun for the fans. I think it worked real well in college football this year, so the Women's Selection Committee taking a nod and generating some conversation as Lene Harper is fouled on the drive. In case you missed it on Wednesday, here are the projected 1 seeds from the selection committee as of Wednesday. UConn, South Carolina, Notre Dame, and Tennessee. A lot had to do with their strength of schedule and the number of quality wins they had.
And a lot of discussion is about RPIs. We looked at the Big 12 has the number 1 conference RPI. But the SEC has 2 teams that have the potential of being number 1 seeds.
Yeah. It doesn't jibe with the numbers, and of course we hear a lot about the RPI being a huge indicator. The top 20 teams that they picked, 18 of them were top 20 RPI. They took out James Madison and put in Texas A&M, and then they took out Dayton and replaced them with Stanford.
Well, you've got to look at RPI, but you also have to look at your strength of schedule. And you also, I think, one important element that you cannot see yet, and that's how you finish the last 10 games.
Yep. Graves strong in the paint, but without the finish. Middleton off the ball fake, draws the foul. Here were some of the other discussions. Should Baylor or Maryland have gotten a number 1 instead of Tennessee? And how about a couple of teams that were left out of the top 20? Undefeated Princeton and Mississippi State, who is in 4th place right now in the SEC.
And they had 20 in the top 20 had Texas A&M, and Mississippi State was coming off a victory over Texas A&M on that Sunday.
Teams that were included in the top 20, Oklahoma, Stanford, and Washington, they all have 7 losses. Of course, Oklahoma's in 2nd place in the Big 12 right now. Sneaky, too, by the committee. They didn't name the top 16. They would be the hosts. They named 20, so now you got bubble hosts out there.
It's all about the bubble.
Yeah. Bishop strong to the rim for the lay-in as they beat the pressure. Her first basket.
We got to continue to look for Isabel Harrison, though, in the paint.
Double team comes on the ball. They're trying to make it difficult for that guard to find Harrison. Long pass to Izzy around the double team. Offensive step back for Burdick. She's got 6
paint points for Tennessee. They average about 35 in the orange a game.
They've got 10 already as Kentucky counters.
See, Tennessee's defense in the first part of this first half was just a basic man-to-man, and they kept Kentucky out of the paint. When they've extended to that press, that's when Kentucky's been able to attack.
Middleton. Sydney really working hard to try and deny Graves. 7 on the shot clock for the Lady Vols. We'll be sure to catch Super Tuesday presented by Cree LED Lighting as the pursuit of perfection continues for the Kentucky men. They'll be taking on the Vols. And then it's Michigan State, Michigan, Tuesday on ESPN as a part of Rivalry Week presented by Wendy's. Kentucky men undefeated. The Princeton women, the final remaining undefeated team after UConn dismantled South Carolina last Monday. And they will not get the shot up. They did. But it doesn't hit iron. And a shot clock violation.
That's the responsibility of the point guard. You got two on the floor in Middleton and Carter to know how much time and how quickly your team needs to get a shot up.
Michaela Epps 2 for 4. She's got 4 points for Kentucky. She'll bring it across.
In the first meeting between these two teams, she had 20 of her 23 points in the second half.
Bishop to the left hand. She's got 4. Asia, the 6'3" senior out of Toledo, Ohio. Harrison spinning into the lane, into traffic, and she'll turn it over. Got going a little too fast. Good help, too, by Kentucky's defenders to get right to the spot before her.
See, I think it's better to feed Isabel Harrison from the top than the wing, because it's hard to help from the middle when it's going from the top down.
O'Neal running the baseline, the top three-point sharpshooter in the SEC, off the mark there. Carter splits the defenders, and O'Neal stripped it loose.
The Wildcats are trying to hang in there and keep it close. Asia Bishop's going to work down low inside. Kentucky now only down by 2.
Do you know anyone who's met anyone on Match?
My ex-girlfriend met somebody. She's been with him for 2 years.
So you went different paths. Yours has led to hoping your friends get a lot better at setting you up.
Match. Start for free today.
Grepolis, bring prosperity to your people and lay the foundations with the help of the gods of a powerful empire. Plan your strategy, forge alliances, and fight in epic battles. Conquer island after island and become ruler of Grepolis. Play now for free at grepolis.tv or download the app.
If you want to see the most college basketball, then order ESPN Full Court on DirecTV. Get over 400 games featuring the top conferences, key matchups, and great college basketball action you can't get anywhere else. Get the half-season offer with ESPN Full Court on DirecTV. To order the lowest price of the season, call 1-800-GET-SPORTS or visit directv.com/fullcourt.
Buy NBA League Pass and watch the excitement of the season wherever you want. You'll get live NBA games on your TV, computer, tablet, and phone.
How remarkable is this?
Watch the incredible action anywhere. Buy NBA League Pass for only 4 payments of $24.99 a month. To order now, call 1-800-GET-SPORTS or visit directv.com/NBA.
Zubin and Rebecca in our college basketball studios. Arizona, Oregon State, a chance for Rebecca to watch one of her favorite teams in the country.
Sydney Weiss hitting one of her 6 threes on the afternoon.
It's a runaway. Beavers by 25. For the first time, USF has a number next to their name. May not last long. They're down 13 at East Carolina. It's on the U. Beth, back to you.
Thank you, Zubin. Well, Sydney Weiss this week became the career three-point queen at Oregon State. What a year the Beavers are having as they are atop the Pac-12. They had another huge win on Friday night against Arizona State. Short on the 3 from Massengale. They are now a game up on Cal in the Pac-12, and they host the Bears and Stanford the weekend of February 26th and the 28th.
Oregon State has a terrific combination when you have the size of Ruth the Hammer Hamlin inside.
6'6".
Yeah, and then you've got the three-point shooting. So they're a very tough team to defend. Even Holly Warlick talked about their battle when they came in here to Tennessee. So they're going to be a team to reckon with. Oregon State.
Can they get into the conversation for a 1 seed if they continue to win? It'll be very interesting. For the lead, Bishop with the rebound. They've trailed by as many as 9 here in the first half, but currently on a 10-3 run to get back into it.
Tennessee in a 3-2 zone.
And there is the lead for Kentucky as Epps drills the three. Blocking foul will be called on Kentucky.
Well, with this zone, and Michaela Epps, she's been quiet so far today, and when Drea Carter goes underneath the screen, you can't do that. Remember, Epps is coming off a 42-point performance against Mississippi State.
That's the second foul, by the way, on Asia Bishop. And Carolyn, it is a challenge to score 42 for anybody, but certainly from that point guard position, and for Epps, who's new to the job, we've seen her look at times a little tentative and uncertain. When am I supposed to distribute and when am I supposed to score?
Well, I think she's thinking too much about it, because when she's not thinking and just playing, she's not even considering herself a point guard. She's looking for an opportunity to score. To start this game, she was trying to think like a point guard instead of playing like one.
Burdick misses from the elbow. Snared by Rice.
See, Epps she's so strong. She can take smaller guards. She's played 1 through 4 for Kentucky in her career, and she's only a sophomore.
An 11 on Kentucky. One and done on that trip for the Cats. O'Neal's got it. Kentucky's got numbers. O'Neal will keep and gets fouled on the shot. First on Carter. Well, there are t-shirts in India that read, if cricket is religion, then Sachin is God. It's the little master. It's the story of that religion. And that man, the 5'5" batsman who debuted internationally at the age of 16, considered by many, including Carolyn and I, to be the greatest cricket player in history. It's the little master tonight at 8 o'clock on ESPN, Sachin Tendulkar.
You have that pronunciation down pat,
Thank you.
Great job.
We had a pretty healthy debate going pregame, but we came to the conclusion that the little master is the best. Jen O'Neal gets the free throw to go. This Kentucky team second best in the country at getting to the free throw line. Only Mississippi State shoots more freebies than Kentucky does nationwide.
And it's the guards. They can take off the bounce. Coming off ball screens or creating their own shots. That's what allows them to get to the free throw line.
Five on the shot clock. The home crowd getting restless, and Rice knocks it away from Carter, who's down on the deck still at the other end. Epps, the floater won't go. Carter may have gotten poked in the eyes. She's trying to shake it off. And Nard gets fouled.
Well, I can't believe a foul wasn't called when there's contact to the face on Drea Carter. But that definitely was a foul with Jamie Nard on the drive.
85% free throw shooter on the season for the McDonald's All-American and the Oregon Prep Player of the Year last season. Considered to be the #6 recruit in the land by Hoop Girls.
Well, Tennessee continues to bring in talent after talent, and I think that Jamie Nard will be a good one to fill the shoes after the graduation of Sierra Burdick. She's a big guard. She can shoot from the perimeter. She can handle the basketball, and then she can go in and post you up.
Of course, Tennessee will also be adding North Carolina transfer Diamond DeShields next year, as well as another top 10 recruiting class. Here's Massengale. To Nard. Got it.
See, that's the versatility. She's a big guard. She's got a good mid-range jumper. She can hit the three.
Working against the zone. O'Neal will pull up and hit. Jen O'Neal now with 4. The fifth-year senior out of the Bronx. Harrison, offensive foul. It was Jennings who stepped in for the charge.
And she's there. She's there. That's a charge. That's a good rotation and help by the freshman.
First foul on Izzy.
See, now Tennessee's got to go back to their man-to-man defense. That's what worked so well.
Yep. Your
contested shots, it's one-on-one accountability. A lot of times when you go zone, your players think that it's a rest. Epps took too long to get across half court.
And second violation in the backcourt, which is a new rule for the women this year. There's no hiding it when that clock reads 20. And it started at 30.
Yeah. Do the math.
Well, again, the inexperience of Epps, who has just moved over to the point over the last 10 games.
Well, and Matthew Mitchell was talking to her, and I think both of them forgetting about it. It takes some time to get across half court.
And then Epps bumps Carter. That's her first. That is the 7th team foul.
And see, now for Tennessee, with Isabel Harrison having to go to the bench with 2 fouls. Bashard Graves coming off a tremendous game against Ole Miss. She was 7 of 7 from the floor, 17 points. So she needs to be that go-to inside now for the Lady Vols.
And actually, they took Harrison out with just the 1 foul.
Okay. That's a relief to the Lady Vol fans at home.
Yes, it is. With the ball and the lead for Kentucky on the road, under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Tennessee needs a win to stay atop the SEC standings with the South Carolina Gamecocks. Kentucky needs a win to try and get back into the race. They're 3 games back.
And Kentucky will keep themselves in this ball game with offensive rebounds. They average about 17 a game, and it was a focus for Tennessee to pay attention to box it out.
O'Neal, she's been in this building a few times before, not impressed with this environment, has settled down nicely coming in off the bench.
O'Neal has told me she likes playing here. She likes to try to keep the crowd silent.
Graves fouled on the shot.
Kentucky in the lead right now, up 3. Jen O'Neal, 0-0, calm, cool, and collected, knocking down the jumper.
Thanks for the ride around Norfolk, and I just wanted to say Geico is proud to have served the military for over 75 years.
Roger that. Captain's waiting to give you a tour of the Wisconsin now.
Could have parked a little bit closer. It's going to be dark by the time I get there.
Geico, proudly serving the military for over 75 years.
You play hard. You work hard. And you feel it in your joints. Fight back with the original Copperware. Therapeutic copper compression sleeves designed to help relieve your sore, stiff muscles and joints.
It's very important for me to stay active and pain-free. Copperware is so great because it helps with compression and brings recovery to the sore area.
Copperware is comfortable compression, scientifically engineered with a powerful copper-embedded performance fabric that starts working the moment you slip it on.
My life has changed because of Copperware.
It's a heaven sent.
Don't live with joint and muscle aches or limited mobility for 1 more minute. Get your choice of 1 compression elbow sleeve or knee sleeve for just $19.99. Order right now and we'll send you a second knee or elbow sleeve. Just pay additional processing and handling. Get your 2 Copperware sleeves today for just $19.99 plus processing and handling. And get moving again.
To order Copperware, call 1-800-304-8946 or go to copperware.com. Call now.
For fans of a second-half surge. For fans of elevated expectations. This is your game. Cavs Wizards at 8. Spurs Warriors at 10:30. Friday on ESPN.
Zubin Mehenti in our college basketball studios coming up on the Land Rover halftime report. Louisville missed 15 straight shots in the second half, but one person provided the difference, Rebecca, on that. And wait till you see how many points South Carolina got off the pine today. Staggering number. On the way, Land Rover halftime report. Beth, back to you in Knoxville.
Well, thank you, Zubin. The South Carolina, with the win today, stays undefeated in the conference, and they rebound from their first loss overall of the season up at UConn on Monday night. They are a half a game in front of Tennessee, waiting to see what will happen here. They will host the Lady Vols a week from tomorrow, and we'll tease you with the total points, at least, from their win today. 89 of them. Tiffany Mitchell and Asia Wilson with 20 apiece in that win. What did you take from their matchup on Monday night against UConn?
Well, UConn is their championship ready, and they played prepared. And there's a difference for South Carolina in trying to talk about playing against a team like Connecticut and actually experiencing it. And I think that Dawn Staley was able to take that experience and tell her team, okay, in practice, when I talk about your intensity is not where it needs to be, that's how Connecticut practices. And if you want another shot at them, you're going to have to pick it up, prepare a little bit harder.
Right now, they are both projected #1 seeds for the NCAA tournament field, so perhaps that second meeting would come at the Final Four in Tampa. O'Neal. Burdick has the rebound. The offensive end for Tennessee, just not enough of Izzy. She's only 2 for 3. She's not even on the floor right now.
But she's not the only post player that can score for Tennessee.
Second foul on Rice. They've been stuck on 12 points in the paint for a while now. It was Tennessee.
Well, a few possessions back, Sierra Burdick pulled up for a jump shot at the free throw line area. And I'm watching the coaching staff, and when Tennessee came back on defense, just about the whole staff was yelling, get the ball inside.
That was 10 of their first 12 points in the game were in the paint, so only 2 since then. Massengale gets a couple at the line. And the Lady Vols go back on top. They've led by as many as 9 here in the first half.
And Matthew Mitchell has put Jen O'Neal at the point.
Epps is out of the game right now. O'Neal shot hunting. She's taken a couple in a row. And now Epps quickly off the bench. She's getting set to check back into the game.
Kentucky is trying to hard hedge on that ball screen, pulling the post player away from the basket.
Another offensive rebound. That's the 7th of the half for Tennessee.
See, when the guards come off this ball screen, though, they've got to keep a head to the rim, make a quick pass, and usually it's that second pass that'll find the open player.
Collision inside and a takeaway for Kentucky. Harper going to get caught from behind, and it goes out of bounds off of Lene. Carter hustled back to get the strip.
I think Drake Carter is making a strong case for the Defensive Player of the Year in the SEC. She is always getting deflections, steals, causing mayhem for the offense.
She is #1 in the league, in fact, in steals. And Harper is #2.
See, right now, Bashard Graves could give a hard duck in against Jalea Sidney. And she's not looking for it.
Harrison is back into the game, but right now she's on the perimeter setting screens. Shot clock again down to 5. And another turnover forced.
With a force that Isabel Harrison is in the paint, why would you not put Bashard Graves in the ball screen in action and have Harrison as the duck in that off post back underneath the basket?
Epps. Tennessee's done a good job on her defensively thus far. 7 points. On the draw, Harrison with the swat. Tennessee's got numbers on the run. Graves to Harrison for the win. Only about a second difference shot in game clocks. Jennings forces one up. Again running the floor. This time it's Graves, and she missed the layup.
Tennessee picking up their intensity defensively. Isabel Harrison flexing her muscle down low and then running in transition. Give the assist to Bashard Graves.
Final 10 seconds of the half. Epps, the kick out for three. Got it! Massengale gets the half-court heave off in time, but it will be the Bria Goss triple that will close out the scoring in the first half, and we are all even at 31 apiece. Now let's send it back to the studio for the Land Rover halftime report.
Beth, thank you so much. With Rebecca Lobo, I'm Zubin Mehenti. Top of the Land Rover halftime report, the top-ranked team in the country for the moment, South Carolina. No problems today, Rebecca, dispatching Vanderbilt.
Well, they get it done on the defensive end. A great job getting out in transition. That's where South Carolina thrives. They had 21 points, fast break points here this afternoon.
How about the bench? You said they gave him 51 off the pine. Mitchell was great early. She kept it going all day.
Yeah, Mitchell was outstanding. And you talked about the bench. Well, much of that was Asia Wilson. Asia Wilson coming off a career high in her last game. She scores the easy two here. 20 points on the night.
A 30-point win as we welcome you inside the Land Rover halftime report with Rebecca Lobo. I'm Zubin Mehenti. So it is close as we expected at the half in Knoxville, but we didn't get there the way we expected.
Well, the last couple of minutes were pretty exciting, but early on, this is a game that saw some turnovers by Kentucky. You expected to see Kentucky's guards, especially Michaela Epps, we've been talking about her so much, come out and really look to score, and you didn't see that as much. And Tennessee also needs to get the basketball into Isabel Harrison. That's where we thought would be a focal point for them early. There are a few possessions in that first half. She was really working hard inside and wasn't getting the ball. And then she started floating out and setting screens on the perimeter. But when your big girl's working that hard, you have to reward her.
1-point game, the first meeting in late January. Looks like we're set for another good finish in Knoxville. It's coming up here in the second half. Let's run around the rest of the country. Let's begin in the Pac-12, Arizona, Oregon State. Jamie Wisner from downtown. Another good performance in Corvallis for them.
And how about that pass from Sydney Weiss? Going left, passing back right. Wisner, her partner in crime on the perimeter.
Got Gabriella Hansen cutting to the hoop, and then you talked about Weiss. She's going to hit a corner three. They could do it all.
Yeah, Sydney Weiss, you heard Beth Moen. She is now the career three-point leader at Oregon State. The kid's a sophomore.
That's pretty good. Halfway through, not even. North Carolina and Louisville. This was the first game of our triple header today on ESPN2. This is Jamie Cherry from downtown. But the person that would dominate this game is who you're about to see here. Moore was just awesome.
Mariah Moore was outstanding. The freshman has led Louisville in scoring all season long. She came through big in them big moments. A season high, 28 points. She got it done, hitting three-point shots, creating for herself. In the big moments, she made the big plays.
And then Hammond, nice off the feed from Schimmel. Louisville wins. It is a very crowded and competitive ACC. Florida State is right there as well, taking on Virginia today. This is Shaquilla Thomas, but I'll tell you what, the Cavs gave the Seminoles a fight here.
Yeah, they really did, but Florida State just ended up having too many weapons. Nice pass by Leticia Romero on that last possession.
Yep. Florida State was able to pull away. They're coming off heartbreaking last-second loss to Gray in North Carolina on Thursday. They get back on the winning track in Charlottesville on this day. Got some key buckets late, defense, and stops the rest of the way. It's going to be a fight to the finish in the ACC.
Yeah, it really is. It's going to be an exciting last 2 weeks.
We'll look forward to that. Now, coming up for you in just over an hour, it's the third game of our triple header. West Virginia against Baylor. Nina Davis and the Bears. It's a pretty good shot there. The hottest team in the country. They've won 22 in a row. It'll cap off 3 great games for us here on ESPN2 as we get closer to Selection Monday, just over a month away. What has made Baylor so terrific? 22 in a row.
What I love about this Baylor team is that Kim Mulkey has her players knowing their roles. They all stay in their lane. When they get out on the court, they do what they do well. And of course, it's going to start with Nina Davis. She leads them in scoring at 20 points a game. But it's not just Nina Davis. You see Nia Johnson here, leads the country in assists. Just waits, perfect time, gets the ball to Nina Davis. Nina Davis finishes the and one, undersized post player, but she's strong inside. Amani Wright, one of those players. She knows her role. She can put the ball on the deck. Nice jump shooter, hits the three-point shot. And here, Alexis Prince, another one of their three-point shooters, drains the three. This is a Baylor team, Zubin. They've had 3 players. Only 3 on this team have made a three-point shot this season, so they're the only ones who attempt them. The players know what they're good at. They do what they're good at, and as a result, the team has been really successful thus far.
Don't ask people to do what they can't do. Just have them accentuate what they can do.
Yeah, do what they do well.
22 in a row. I'd say they're doing it pretty well. They were talking about it during the broadcast, Beth was, just about the number 1 seeds. Does Baylor line up as a 1? Does Tennessee line up as a 1? Right now it looks as though, because Tennessee's strength of schedule gives them the nod a little bit here, but does Baylor have something to contend or complain about?
Well, I think Baylor, with how they've played this season, they're only 1 loss on the year. After this was released, they went out and put a whooping on Oklahoma. So I think this is a Baylor team playing really well right now, but the committee has made it clear, based on their 4 seeds and who they've put in this pool of 20, that strength of schedule is huge. In the past 2 years, Kim Mulkey with a young team has had a soft out-of-conference schedule.
And that's why Coach Warlick in Tennessee has gotten the nod. You mentioned when this was released. This was February 1st. We've had a little bit of hindsight here. Here are the 20 schools in the preliminary top 20. The teams with the red stripe through them are projected number 1 seeds. You see Connecticut here in the first 10. How do you stack up this 10? Then we'll take a look at the other 10.
Well, you take a look, and it's interesting. George Washington, after this came out, lost by 18 to St. Louis. So right now, if this was done this week, they would no longer be in there. I think Mississippi State is a team that people are interested to see if they can work their way in there. And one of the big teams that's not in there is undefeated, Princeton. Again, because of the strength of schedule, obviously a premium was put on that by the committee. Will they be able to work their way in as some of these other teams lose games throughout the course of the regular season?
Speaking of the Princeton women, you see them in action last night. If you missed them, no problem. We'll have it for you when the Land Rover Halftime Report continues.
This halftime report is presented by Land Rover. Above and beyond.
We've changed from Domino's Pizza to Domino's because we're more than pizza. Taste what else we have to offer and order any of our specialty chicken, pastas, sandwiches, or stuffed cheesy bread. Choose any 2, including medium 2-topping pizzas for just $5.99 each.
Thought I told you to stay off our turf.
And what would you know about turf, Skipper?
Let's end this here and now. Let's dance.
Whoa there. Progressive covers boats and RVs, okay? Plenty of policies to go around.
Oh, I'm the bad guy.
You threw a fish at us, so...
Yeah.
Coverage for land and sea. Now that's Progressive.
Dave, I'm sorry to interrupt. I gotta take a sick day tomorrow.
Dads don't take sick days. Dads take NyQuil. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, best sleep with a cold medicine.
How well do you know your local UPS store? You may already know about our expert packing and shipping services and our other products like notary, mailbox, and printing services. But did you know we have online printing too? Now you can get 20% off all print products at our online print store. Just enter the special web address below. The UPS Store online printing website lets you create and design professional business cards, flyers, presentations, and more, all from your computer. You'll also have access to a variety of products to help your small business stand out. Visit us online and choose from thousands of templates or upload your own document. Then start designing and let your print materials go to work for your small business. Hurry, this amazing deal ends February 28th. Go to upsstoreprint.com/TV9 today to get 20% off our online print products. Just one more reason, the UPS Store is your small business resource.
Man, I can't believe they sent us down there to work.
Me either. Hey, I wasn't too out of sync, was I?
Nah. And if you are, I bet nobody even noticed.
The New England Patriots have won the Super Bowl. Celebrate with Sports Illustrated's Premium Championship Package, free with your paid subscription. This package includes the Patriots collectible football with its certificate of authenticity, designed exclusively for SI. It shows scores from the Patriots' entire championship season, plus this limited edition hardcover book featuring SI's renowned writing and photography, commemorating the Patriots' amazing season. Go to SIChampoffer.com or call now to get all of this free with your paid subscription to SI. 56 issues for only $1.59 each. Save over 65% off the cover price. As a bonus, use your credit card, and you'll also get the Patriots Performer Jacket. Celebrate the New England Patriots victory with a collectible football, the SI commemorative book, and the Performer Jacket. This championship package is available only from Sports Illustrated. Order now, and your shipping is free. Go to SIChampoffer.com or call now.
Welcome back to the Land Rover Halftime Report.
One undefeated team in men's basketball, one left in women's basketball, and it is Princeton out of the Ivy League. Great opportunity for a three-point play there for the Tigers, who won last night in New Haven. And check out Alex Wheatley here with a little left-handed layup. Tight game, Rebecca. But Princeton pulled it out in the end like they had every game this season.
Yeah, figured out how to a way to get it done. This is a team that leads the country in three-point field goal percentage, only made one, but still pulled out the victory.
Lena Munzer cut it to one for the Bulldogs there, but a little bit too much. The best start in Ivy history continues. Princeton by 6. The tail of the tape, the undefeated men for Coach Cal, the Princeton women. Kentucky's got a little bit more financial muscle behind them. But in terms of residents at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, it's all Tigers. Really tough to get in there, too, as you probably know. ESPNW Smack Talk tomorrow. Lindsey Harding, Caleb McBride, Duke and Notre Dame. Preceding that, Maryland, Michigan State doubleheader Big Monday tomorrow, starting at 7 Eastern. We'll get you ready for Duke and Notre Dame 2 hours after that. South Florida playing their first game as a ranked team. Rebecca coming up just short. Got to wonder if they're going to be there when the new poll comes out. Tight 1-point loss on the road.
Yeah, Courtney Williams with 34, but not quite enough.
Tough loss for the Bulls on the road. Izzy Harrison looking pretty in pink. We're going to have a really good second half from Knoxville. Thanks for watching the Land Rover Halftime Reports.
This halftime report is presented by Land Rover. Above and beyond.
We work with Verizon to create an app that helps make math more exciting.
We are the national champions of Verizon's Innovative App Challenge.
Because we can't sit back and watch history. We have to create it.
What are you looking for in a man?
Intelligence, sense of humor, good communicator.
The good thing is, over 25,000 people join Match every day.
Every day?
Every day. Yowza!
Match. Start for free today.
I need new struts for my 2000 Toyota. Let me see struts by AC Delco, Monroe, and any under $50.
We might be able to get some struts from the warehouse.
Why watch the counterman tap on his computer and hope he chooses the right part? Go to rockauto.com. Auto and body parts from hundreds of manufacturers. Choose the brands, prices, and features you want. Auto parts at the lowest price. Conveniently delivered to your home or business.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
My lenses have a sunset mode, and an early morning mode, and a partly sunny mode, and an outside to clear inside mode.
Transition's signature adaptive lenses are more responsive than ever. So why settle for a lens with just one mode? Experience life well lit. Upgrade your lenses to Transition's signature. Visit your local Walmart Vision Center today to ask about Transition's signature lenses with Chromia 7 technology and start living a life well lit.
You're not Mr. Craig.
Yeah, I'm confused. Where's Mr. Craig?
Well, I'm sort of Mr. Craig. We're both between 35 and 45 years old. We both like to save money on car insurance, and we're both really good at teaching people a lesson.
Cool.
Sit down.
All right.
Sorta you isn't you. Only Esurance has coverage my way. It helps make sure you only pay for what's right for you, not someone sorta like you.
I think I blacked out from fear. Did we ask him where Mr. Craig was?
We did.
Esurance, backed by Allstate. Click or call.
Hey, big guy. I heard you lost a close one today. Look, Jamie, maybe we weren't the lowest rate this time. But when you show people their Progressive Direct rate and our competitors' rates, you can't win them all. The important part is you help them save.
Thanks, Flo.
Hey, let's go get you an ice cream cone, champ.
The sprinkles?
Sprinkles are for winners.
I understand.
We're a country built on the idea that education and hard work can change everything. That success comes to those who never quit and never stop dreaming. But along the way, life got in the way, and education seemed further out of reach. At Southern New Hampshire University, we're committed to your success, to helping you transform your life and the lives of those around you. Find your online program today and see yourself succeed at snhu.edu.
You're watching the SEC on ESPN. Over 15,000 strong here at Thompson Bowling Arena, where Tennessee is a perfect 13-0 on the season. They are tied up right now with Kentucky at 31. Beth Mowens along with Carolyn Peck. We've talked a lot about Michaela Epps and Izzy Harrison coming into this game. Epps 3 of 6, 7 points, and for Harrison just the 3 shots in that first half.
I just don't think that they use her enough down low and in the block, because you'll see her offensively float around the three-point line. A lot of times she's the screener. When the guard comes off the screen, they're not looking for Harrison. So she's floating around a lot of times, and your best option is out on the perimeter. But when Tennessee gets her the basketball, then she is going to finish. You got to get the ball to Isabel Harrison down low in the paint. Keep the pressure on the defense. Keep her an option going to the basket or on the block. Make the defense collapse, and that'll open up everything else for everybody else.
11 baskets in the first half, Carolyn, and look at where 10 of them came from on the hot zone.
It is down underneath the basket, 10 for 16 within 18 feet. I mean, within 8 feet.
Yeah.
Not 18, but 8 feet. Down low. This is where Tennessee has been money, by getting the ball inside.
And the statistics through the first half of play, neither team was over 40% shooting. Points in the paint when the Lady Vols got it down there. 12 of those 14 came very early on.
But this is key right here, Beth. 0 fast break points so far from Kentucky.
And despite that, they are even. Tennessee needs a win to stay tied for first place and stay unbeaten in the league alongside South Carolina. And the feed inside, more paint points for Tennessee. That's Graves on the receiving end.
They pass and move the ball so well inside. They just need to continue to look inside.
Kentucky's in third place right now, 3 games out, so they need to beat Tennessee and South Carolina, still on their schedule, and hope for some help. And they'll turn it over initially. It is Graves, Carter. Massengale will start at the point here in the second half. Jordan Reynolds was injured early in the game. We have not seen her return. And then it's Harrison and Graves alongside Burdick up front. They are in the lighter pink jerseys.
Well, the thing that Kentucky can do as well is go to Alyssa Rice, try to pick up more fouls on Isabel Harrison.
It's the same starting unit from the first half out there for Kentucky here in the second.
Oh, no.
And players getting tied up underneath the basket, and it is Harrison who was slow to get up. You see the brace on her right leg. She had a knee sprain earlier this season and missed 5 games.
We saw the collision and how awkward she was coming down.
And the look of concern from her teammates. The 6'3" senior from Nashville was playing some of her best basketball, has been playing some of her best ball of her career over the last month or so. That is Diamond Shields, their transfer who will be eligible next year. And even from the Kentucky side, unfortunately in women's basketball, we've seen an awful lot of these types of situations.
I know Kentucky understands the concern after watching their point guard, Janae Thompson, against South Carolina, go down with an injury.
And there she is making the road trip today with the team, sitting behind the Kentucky bench. Yeah, the staff is out there now, turning Harrison over. As her teammates look on, just underway here in the second half. And the senior from Nashville tangled up with a Kentucky player, going for the ball underneath the basket. This has become such a good rivalry, but you see from the Kentucky side at a moment like this, concern for the opposition, and certainly a quick little prayer there from the team. They will all now jog down to Harrison. As Izzy will be helped over to the side and probably right back to the locker room. A standing ovation from the fans here at Thompson Bowling. I'm hopeful that this will not be her final appearance here for the senior.
We're battling, going for the rebound.
And unfortunately, that was the knee with the brace already on it that has been an issue. So now the challenge for these two teams to try and refocus after that. And it will be Kentucky basketball.
Now this Tennessee team has got to regroup and refocus. A lot of times when they see a teammate get hurt, it can affect you emotionally.
Jamie Nard, number 31, the freshman, defending on Epps, is the replacement of Harrison now in the game. Kentucky will immediately go down low, and a block for Graves.
Tennessee going to go with a straight man-to-man defense, and only 8 seconds on the shot clock for Kentucky.
Jalea Sidney goes to the right hand and all alone for the rebound, and the missed bunny inside by Rice, and a foul. It will be on Sidney, her second. Massengale.
So now what Tennessee has inside is Sierra Burdick and Bashar Graves. They've got to be the anchor in the absence of Isabel Harrison.
Second foul on Goss.
Matthew Mitchell in a man-to-man as well. Upset with Michaela Epps. If it's guard-to-guard, he wanted the switch.
Burdick fouled on the drive. That will be on Rice, and that's her third. So Bishop and Jennings are getting set to check in.
With Bishop and Jennings coming in, that's a good tandem post-game for Kentucky because Bishop can anchor in the paint and Jennings can shoot the three-point shot.
The make is good. Of course, at this moment, too, we have to remind folks of a player at 6'6", Mercedes Russell, the sophomore center, who has been out all season with a foot injury. She hasn't played this year, so they have missed her, and now Izzy Harrison down with an injury early in this second half. On the run, Bishop, and those are the first fast break points of the ball game for Kentucky. A big story.
And this is where now Kentucky wasn't getting really anything out of their press. They're trying to pick up their intensity with their defense half court and try to create some easy baskets. After missed shots or turnovers, to run and get the ball down the floor before Tennessee has an opportunity to get their defense set. That's Kentucky basketball.
And that is the third foul on Bishop, so a couple of the bigs with 3 fouls each. Held ball will go to the Cats. Bishop will go out. Sydney comes in.
And Sydney was out. She just had a brief blow.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a minute. Minute didn't tick off the clock.
So with the foul problems now, Carolyn, this is a 4-guard look essentially for Kentucky with the 6'2" Jennings, their post player. Here she is with the catch and the finish.
That's what I told you. This freshman is strong inside. And she's got a very versatile game. You'll see her post up, and then on the trail, you got to find her because she can knock down the three.
Can Tennessee utilize Burdick and Graves in a size advantage? Carter's runner won't go. The breakaway for Harper. 1-on-3. She'll pull up and pop. Sydney's got it. And lost it. Burdick swatted.
Wow.
Jalea Sydney with the rejection. Epps the other way, coast to coast.
There's a lot of contact, both possessions, and no whistles.
And Epps just signaled to the bench she needs to come out of the game. I'm not sure if there's an issue with her leg. She was pointing down to the tape on her left leg. Working inside is Graves. Good find of a slashing Nard to the rim.
Yeah, Epps has had an issue with her calf, and the staff of Kentucky said it's just pretty much of overuse. She gets in the gym getting up a lot of extra shots.
And that certainly seems to be bothering her a little bit, limping on that left leg. The pass to Goss won't go.
Yeah, and Andrea Carter knew it. She was going to try to attack.
We've seen Izzy Harrison have to leave with an injury, as now Michaela Epps in a bit of discomfort, tied at 37.
Cavs Wizards at 8. Spurs Warriors at 10:30. Friday on ESPN.
In a race, it's about getting to the finish line. In life, it's how you get there that matters most.
Like when I found out I had a blood clot on my leg, my doctor said that it could travel to my lungs and become an even bigger problem. So he talked to me about Xarelto.
Xarelto is the first oral prescription blood thinner proven to treat and help prevent DVT and PE that doesn't require regular blood monitoring or changes to your diet.
For a prior DVT, I took warfarin, which required routine blood testing and dietary restrictions. Not this time. While I was taking Xarelto, I still had to stop racing, but I didn't have to deal with that blood monitoring routine.
Don't stop taking Xarelto Rivaroxaban unless your doctor tells you to. While taking Xarelto, you may bruise more easily, and it may take longer for bleeding to stop. Xarelto may increase your risk of bleeding if you take certain medicines. Xarelto can cause serious bleeding, and in rare cases may be fatal. Get help right away if you develop unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling. If you have had spinal anesthesia while on Xarelto, watch for back pain or any nerve or muscle-related signs or symptoms. Do not take Xarelto if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. Tell your doctor before all planned medical or dental procedures. Before starting Xarelto, tell your doctor about any conditions, such as kidney, liver, or bleeding problems. Xarelto is proven to reduce the risk of DVT and PE, with no regular blood monitoring and no known dietary restrictions.
Treatment with Xarelto was the right move for me.
Ask your doctor about Xarelto today.
Stamps.com is the best. I don't have to leave my desk and get up and go to the post office anymore.
With Stamps.com, you can print real U.S. postage for all your letters and packages.
I have exactly the amount of postage I need the instant I need it.
Can you print only stamps?
No.
First class?
Priority mail, certified, international.
And the mailman picks it up.
I don't leave the shop anymore.
Get a 4-week trial plus $100 in extras, including postage and a digital scale. Go to stamps.com/TV and never go to the post office again.
Well, be sure to catch Big Monday presented by Verizon that comes your way with a doubleheader. We'll start out in the ACC with Pittsburgh and Virginia, and then Kansas, West Virginia, Monday night on ESPN as a part of Rivalry Week presented by Wendy's. The men's matchups on ESPN tomorrow, the women's matchups on ESPN2. And that will be Maryland, currently in first place in the Big Ten, fighting for a #1 seed possibly in the NCAA tournament. They'll be taking on Michigan State. And then Notre Dame and Jewel Lloyd hosting Duke and Elizabeth Williams, a couple of All-America candidates.
It'll be interesting to see the speed and the quick-moving offense of Notre Dame against the size of Duke.
Tallest Duke team in history. And Jewel Lloyd making another push towards perhaps National Player of the Year honors. She is one of the 3 to see. It's hard to gauge with UConn because they've been winning by so much, and their minutes are limited in their games, but
Brianna
certainly
Stewart.
You'd put Stewart in that discussion as well.
Absolutely.
Yes.
She's the show. She's a real deal. And in that South Carolina game, not just her offense, but defensive presence as well.
Yeah. Tiffany Mitchell. Do you like her for Player of the Year?
I do. I think
SEC?
that she's got to be in the conversation.
Epps is the leading scorer, but she is out of the game right now as O'Neal is fouled hard on the drive by Jamie Nard.
I wouldn't be surprised if the officials wouldn't go for a review on that. And I know she's going for all ball. I don't think there was anything intentional. But, you know, a lot of times when there's contact to the head, the officials will go and take a look at it.
O'Neal to the line, 71% off the mark. We mentioned Epps out of the game right now. It appeared that she was bothered by her calf, which is heavily taped up with kinesio tape today, and she just went to the bench after that last time out. 7 points now for O'Neal. Kentucky back up by 1. Middleton goes baseline. That's sent back by Jennings.
But the thing that Tennessee is looking to do is they're still hunting paint points without Isabel Harrison going off penetration. Oh, Middleton. You got to do a little shot fake, freshman.
Yeah. Trying to deny Massengale the ball now. That's a good matchup with her and O'Neal. Shot clock under 5. Ariel will pull up and pop for 3. First triple of the day for Tennessee.
Massengale has really been struggling with her shot and understanding that she, even though you're coming off the bench, you're still the leader and you are also still a prime offensive threat.
Jennings moves the pivot foot. And they turn it over.
Massengale, a headsy point guard, recognizes the shot clock coming down, uses the screen from Bashard Graves, and she didn't settle for a long 2. She makes sure her toes are behind the line to get the 3.
She is now 3 points shy of 1,000. And extended minutes for her with an injury to Jordan Reynolds. We're not sure what it is, but we have been told that she will not be returning. She went out early, and then early in the second half, Isabel Harrison left with what appeared to be a very serious injury to her leg.
I know that's got to be on the mind of Holly Warlick right now. Your All-American is not even out on the bench right now.
Nard will inbound. She's been giving them some quality minutes. She's got some points and some boards today. And she'll pick up an assist as well to Carter.
Now with F's out, Kentucky has got to be very particular about where they get their offense from.
Lady Vols have opened up the 4-point lead, 14-10 to play.
Hi, I'm Rob Lowe, and I have DirecTV. And I'm peaked in high school, Rob Lowe, and I have cable.
DirecTV is wireless, so you can put your TVs anywhere without having to look at those ugly wires and boxes in every room. Cable isn't wireless, but you just gotta put something in front of them.
I'm still in awe of how great my TVs look, and I'm still captain of the team. Don't be like this, me. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Blossom. And now today, they have decided that they are going
Just
to
look at those two. Happy, in love, and saving so much money on their car insurance by switching to Geico. Well, just look at this setting.
Do you have the ring?
Whoa, Heltzberg Diamonds. Another beautiful setting. I'm not crying. I've just got a bit of sand in my eyes, that's all.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Why do I take Metamucil every day? Because it helps me skip the bad stuff. I'm good. That's what I like to call the Meta Effect.
4-in-1 Multi-Health Metamucil is clinically proven to help you feel less hungry between meals. Experience the Meta Effect with our Multi-Health Wellness line.
I take Prilosec OTC each morning for my frequent heartburn. Because it gives me zero heartburn.
Prilosec OTC, the #1 doctor-recommended frequent heartburn medicine for 9 straight years. 1 pill each morning, 24 hours, zero heartburn.
The precision blades are the same, but shaving never will be. Fusion ProGlide, rebuilt with FlexBall technology, makes maximum contact over tricky contours and gets virtually every hair. ProGlide blades improved by FlexBall technology. 1 refill gets you up to 1 month of shaves. Gillette, the best a man can get.
Tennessee leading Kentucky by 4, 14-10 to play in the first minute of this second half. A big loss for Tennessee as their All-America candidate in the middle, Izzy Harrison, got tangled up with a Kentucky player down with a serious injury. She had to be carried off of the court and back to the locker room by the athletic trainers, and has not returned to the bench at all. And certainly not a good looking play right there for Tennessee. Rebecca Lobo's in the studio with us this afternoon, going to join us now to talk about what this could mean possibly for Tennessee. And Rebecca, she had been playing so well over the last month or so for the Lady Vols.
And you heard Carolyn Peck talk about it all season long. Tennessee is so much better when they run their offense inside out, when they go to Izzy Harrison and run their offense through her. So this could be a really big loss for Tennessee.
And Big, I heard you all talking about the release of the 20 teams of possible selection, and Tennessee sitting right now as a #1 seed. Do you think that would weigh on the committee's mind?
I think without question. If you find out that Harrison can't come back or misses a meaningful amount of games, I think without question, now you look at Baylor and Maryland as being that final #1 seed.
Rebecca, last thing we've got for you is you've been through situations where you've lost a teammate as Massendale hits the 3. What's the challenge for her teammates now to bounce back from that? They're doing all right points so far on the scoreboard.
I think in long term it's going to be the seniors stepping up and being leaders. Harrison was a senior. She has experience. She's been there before. While you look for a player like Nia Moore to come in and play as well as she did early in the season when Harrison was out with injury, that leadership void needs to be filled. Ariel Massengale, Andrea Carter, they are going to be big voices in the locker room and on the court.
All right, well, thank you very much, Rebecca. We appreciate the time. Rebecca Lobo with us from the studio to talk about the injury to Izzy Harrison earlier in this second half. We mentioned she had been hurt earlier in the season as well. She did not play in 2 of their 3 losses, so that was already something the selection committee would have been considering.
If you want to find a silver lining out of that, is this team has experience playing without her if they have to. Defensively is where Tennessee is going to have to win ball games.
Tennessee up by 5 with the ball. Ariel Massengale playing almost the entire game. Jordan Reynolds was also hurt early in the first half and has not returned. Won't be back. O'Neal to the left, and it's the long outlet to Massengale. They don't pick her up in transition. In and out. And a foul on the rebound. (45-40) Tennessee. They've got the lead and a new 1,000-point score. More on that when we come back.
What's better than Golden Corral's hot and delicious yeast rolls? How about 6 free yeast rolls to take home?
Free? That works for me.
Hurry in with your family for our legendary dinner buffet and take home 6 yeast rolls absolutely free. Yup, that's how we roll. Only at Golden Corral.
This is an outstanding basketball team that, frighteningly enough, is getting better.
Oh, Big Blue, they love their cats here.
Kentucky's historic chase continues in Knoxville, Tuesday at 7 on ESPN.
It's on Stars. Exclusive original series. Thousands of movies. Up to 15 Stars and Encore channels. Anytime, anywhere, with DirecTV everywhere. It's on Stars. Are you? Call or click today for a special offer. Stars, the best entertainment value on DirecTV.
We needed 30 new hires for our call center.
I'm spending too much time hiring and not enough time in my kitchen.
Need to hire fast? Go to ZipRecruiter.com and post your job to over 30 of the web's leading job boards with a single click. Then simply select the best candidates from one easy-to-review list.
You put up one post, and the next day you have all these candidates.
Makes my job a lot easier.
Over 100,000 businesses have already used ZipRecruiter. And now you can use ZipRecruiter for free at a special site for TV viewers. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/offer33.
45-40, Tennessee with the lead over Kentucky. And just prior to the break, the three-pointer from Ariel Massengale giving her 1,000 for her career. The third member of this Tennessee team to get the 1,000-point mark just in the last month, joining Graves and Harrison. And Sierra Burdick is just 73 points away, could become the 4th team member to do it this year. Massengale, the senior out of Bolingbrook, Illinois, is also now just 13 assists shy of 500 for her career. Some impressive numbers for the senior. And perhaps most important today, Carolyn, is what Rebecca Lobo referred to, and you echoed her sentiments, the leadership that she will provide after the Harrison injury here in the first minute of this second half.
Well, she's gotten comfortable coming off the bench, but if you don't have Isabel Harrison, adjustment that Holly Warlick can make to her starting lineup is to start Ariel Massengale, move Sierra Burdick to the 4, and then you have your leader, your senior leader point guard on the floor.
We've seen a lot more of Jamie Nard today than Nia Moore as another front court player getting minutes. Into the zone out of the timeout. And it will go to Tennessee. We'll be sure to catch Super Tuesday presented by Cree LED Lighting. We'll start out with the Kentucky men and Tennessee as the pursuit of perfection continues for the Cats, and then it's the Spartans and the Wolverines Tuesday night on ESPN as a part of Rivalry Week presented by Wendy's. Valentine with the Valentine kiss, the game-winning bucket for the Spartans yesterday on Valentine's Day as they upset Ohio State.
Quite appropriate.
And we've got a whistle away from the ball. I'm not sure enough time came off the 30-second shot clock, or did it reset? The officials will go to the monitor to see if there was contact with the rim.
Coach Mitchell's having quite a passionate timeout.
Well, they came in here and won here for the first time in history at Thompson Bowling Arena. They had won a few times prior in the other gym. Mitchell started out his career here as a graduate assistant under Pat Summitt, who has also had an impassioned speech or two, or 2,000 in this building over the course of her great career.
Matthew tells the story when he was here, came to work camp. He was late, he overslept.
Ooh.
And I have worked Pat Summitt's camp, and when that happens, counselors, a lot of times you get sent home. You pack your bags, you got to go. And he went back to Pat, and he apologized severely and really just begged for her to give me another chance. Let me stay.
Down on bended knee.
And I don't think Matthew Mitchell has been late for anything since.
Officials are talking about whether or not they need to reset the shot clock. That shot did not appear to hit the rim, and it did reset the shot clock. And now they will try and go back and figure out what the shot clock should have been at.
Massengale shot clearly.
That doesn't even get net.
No. Should not have been a reset.
Tied at the break, and the story in this second half, an injury to Izzy Harrison. It looked like a pretty serious leg injury for the All-America candidate for Tennessee. Michaela Epps was also bothered. It looked like an issue with her calf. She has now come back onto the floor after that 42-point performance on Thursday night. 9 points today on 4 of 7 shooting.
And it looks like they've added more tape to Michaela Epps' calf muscle, or part of her leg.
Leading scorer in the SEC in conference games at 17 points per game. She was, a 4-point per game scorer last year. She only played about 11 minutes. She's up over 30 minutes per game this year. And she recommitted herself to conditioning in the offseason. She changed her eating habits. She felt better on the floor. That led to building her confidence.
She had to let go of those banana milkshakes.
Somebody out there has to tweet us that it's okay to drink banana milkshakes. She said, I lost the milkshakes and I started losing the pounds.
It wasn't the bananas in the milkshakes.
It can't be the banana milkshakes. It just can't.
It's the ice cream that's in the banana milkshakes.
Bring back the banana milkshakes. Shot clock was reset to under 10, and now Massengale off the bounce. And one.
This is what a senior point guard does. Recognizes she's got the lane, attack the basket on a short shot clock, get the finish and an opportunity at the free throw line.
And a terrific call. Gooden Rogers was not there in time. 10 points now for Massengale, the first player today in double digits. And this matches the biggest lead for the Lady Vols. Nard bumps O'Neal on the drive. That'll be the third on Jamie.
Well, I'll tell you what Kentucky is good at, and that is getting to the free throw line. They are second in the SEC, and I believe second in the country in free throw attempts because they have the guards that can take you off the bounce, and that would be a way for them to try to get back in this game.
They get to the free throw line 27 times per game. Massengale around the net. The stick back for Burdick. And it's a trouble zone for Kentucky. Is this a moment for Michaela Epps to start establishing herself? Goss from the corner for three.
Rebecca Lobo referred to the leadership that was going to have to come from the seniors. Ariel Massengale and Sierra Burdick are going to have to step up big.
Nice ball fake, but then a missed layup for Burdick. Didn't go up strong with it. O'Neal tried to get a back-to-back three, and it will stay with Kentucky. We've talked about when the post player is scoring as opposed to when the guard is scoring for Tennessee. They've had much more success scoring when it's coming inside.
Yeah, the 58 and 74, that's total team average. 58 points a game when the guards are the leading scorer in the game, but 74 when the leading scorer are the post players.
Massengale beats everybody up the floor. $13 for Ariel. 11 of them coming in this second half.
Kentucky or Tennessee in a 1-2-2 zone.
Goss gave up a look at the three. Epps, the runner, gets it to go. She's got 11.
Epps still looks like she's limping on that leg. She's not comfortable.
Middleton able to get by her off the dribble. And now Epps will push. Epps spinning into the lane to the left hand. Couldn't muscle it up. Kentucky will keep.
We talk about what a great point guard Michaela Epps is. I think she gets it honest. You know, her father was a terrific point guard for the Kentucky Wildcats. Anthony Epps helped lead Kentucky to the 1996 National Championship.
National champs over the Syracuse Orange.
Oh, I know that might have been a little painful for you, Beth.
That was a tough one. Harper with the blow-by to the basket.
When I brought that up, I saw the kind of cringe. You knew that what direction that was going.
Kentucky trying to make it a big day in the Bluegrass. Louisville was a winner earlier against North Carolina as the Cardinals keep pace in second place in the ACC along with Florida State, a game behind Notre Dame. And the triple for Carter. Harper going to the European step.
The offense for Tennessee, the last possession started out slow, a lot of dribbling. When they move the ball quickly, Tennessee can get open shots.
Massengale quick with the shot. Kentucky will like that as Epps is fouled. Trying to pick up the pace a little bit. That would favor the Cats. Second foul on Middleton. Just the third team foul on Tennessee. We talked about the free throws. Kentucky is has only attempted 10 shots. They have not taken a 1-and-1 yet today. They didn't get into the bonus in the first half, and it'll take some work to get them into the bonus in the second. O'Neal, she'll settle for the 3 instead. And we'll take the under 8 timeout with 7:55 to go.
Tennessee, if they want to pull off the win, they got to continue to move the basketball to get easy, open looks. See the 3, be the 3.
How well do you know your local UPS store? You may already know about our expert packing and shipping services and our other products like notary, mailbox, and printing services. But did you know we have online printing too? Now you can get 20% off all print products at our online print store. Just enter the special web address below. The UPS Store online printing website lets you create and design professional business cards, flyers, presentations, and more, all from your computer. You'll also have access to a variety of products to help your small business stand out. Visit us online and choose from thousands of templates or upload your own document. Then start designing and let your print materials go to work for your small business. Hurry, this amazing deal ends February 28th. Go to upsstoreprint.com/TV9 today to get 20% off our online print products. Just one more reason, the UPS Store is your small business resource.
At Ancestry, we call it a hint. Simply type in a name and follow the Ancestry leaf far into your family's past. A past filled with stories that intrigue and inspire. And in doing so, reveal the one unique, improbable, and completely remarkable path that led to you. Discover your story. Start searching for free now at Ancestry.com.
Under 8 to play. It's a 4-point Tennessee lead, and it's been a big shot in the arm for Ariel Massengale today for the Lady Vols.
She's had to step up big in the absence of Isabel Harrison, but she has directed traffic. She has been able to knock down shots. She already has 13 points and 4 assists in the ball game. This senior has been huge for the Lady Vols.
Massengale getting out on the run as well. She's got 4 assists without a turnover in 28 minutes so far today. And a big second half for her. If you're just joining us, the big story, Izzy Harrison out with an apparent serious leg injury in the first minute of this second half. Tennessee needs a win to stay tied for first place with South Carolina. They will meet in Columbia a week from tomorrow in what could be the game to decide the SEC. Fouls on Burdick, her second. Goss, Harper, and O'Neal all with 10 points for Kentucky. Michaela Epps has 11. They've been well balanced.
That's a moving screen. And Alyssa Rice on that roll.
And that will be the 4th personal foul on the freshman. They had a couple of freshman post players on the floor right there. We've seen that quite a bit tonight with Rice and Jennings, and now Bishop will return.
Well, Bishop has really done a nice job inside defensively. Now, if she can be an anchor on the offensive side and get open looks for Jennings.
Pass over the head of Nard.
Watch Ariel Massengale. She's directing traffic. A turnover happens. She's not letting her team hang their head, but saying, get back, calling the next defense, keeping her team focused.
O'Neal coming off the baseline screen, short on the shot. Able to track it down, keep it alive, but Graves has it. Carter on the dribble drive will go all the way with the left hand. Matthew Mitchell thought there should have been a call for a moving screen on that play. Jumper short. Bishop trying to clean it up, and does.
Just wonder if Holly would recognize Jamie Nard is being defended by Jen O'Neill. The size advantage is about a foot.
That's at the top of your screen, out on the right wing. Graves over Bishop. Burdick swooping in for the rebound, and a foul. And now the fourth personal foul on Asia Bishop. A couple of free throws coming, and a double bonus now the rest of the way. Tennessee, meanwhile, has only committed 4 team fouls.
Both coaches told us this morning that this game would be decided on boards. Rebounding, how vital it was to control the glass, and right now, that's to Tennessee's favor.
+7 on the boards. Burdick with the free throw. Is this a situation again now, Michaela Epps? Is this her time, or is that leg really bothering her a lot? She's well short, did not get full extension up off the floor.
Defensively in Lexington, when Tennessee guarded Kentucky, when Epps would come off ball screens, there would be a switch, and Epps would be going against the post. Right now, Tennessee's not switching. They're staying guard on guard. Throw it. That's it. You got the high-low.
Massendale with 10 on the shot clock, calling for a screen, getting one. Burdick off the bounce and off the board. Good two-man game with Massendale. Matthew Mitchell wants a timeout now as they've fallen down by 8. 5:03 to go.
The team's going to go based on how well your seniors play. And the seniors for the Lady Vols playing well right now. Ariel Massengale with a two-man game with Sierra Burdick. Burdick makes a good decision not to settle for the jumper, but to continue to attack in the paint. She's doing a nice job of filling the shoes in the absence of Isabel Harrison.
Well, we saw Louisville beat North Carolina earlier, now in the second game of our triple header. And coming up next, it is West Virginia and Baylor. The Lady Bears on a 22-game winning streak. And since it's dunk week, let's go back to the very first dunk in women's college hoops. In 1984, Georgia Ann Wells, and then, of course, Brittany Griner put on a little dunk fest throughout her career.
I bet you both coaches for West Virginia and Baylor wish they had players like Brittany Griner and Georgia Ann Wells for the game today.
Baylor is red hot right now. They are fighting for a #1 seed in the NCAA tournament, while West Virginia may be fighting to get in. Chucky Brackett's Charlie Cream has them on the bubble right now as one of the first 4 teams out. Off the window for Epps for 2.
Now Epps, the first time these two teams met this year, 20 points in the second half.
They may need her to come up big down the stretch here. They are trying to stay in the SEC race. A loss here, down 4 with only 6 games to go. That could be unsurmountable considering the way South Carolina and Tennessee are playing. Through the double, and 1 for Graves.
That possession, Tennessee did a nice job of moving the basketball around to get the isolation to Bashara Graves, and a strong finish by number 12, the junior.
4th foul on Jennings, so all 3 post players with 4 fouls for Kentucky. .32 points in the paint now for Tennessee with the big advantage. We anticipated that coming in against the more guard-oriented Cats, and Epps goes down hard after the miss. And it will stay Tennessee.
Carter came down with a little bit hobbled. Briogas, quick hands to deflect the ball to stop the transition.
I think her ankle got turned there on the step and tangling up with the feet of the Kentucky defender. $11 points, 4 rebounds for Carter.
Burdick has the advantage over Michaela Epps.
Carter for 3. Offensive rebound and the putback for Nard. In traffic, good Tennessee defense.
It's tough for Kentucky right now. They're trying to play small ball with 4 guards on the floor.
Tremendous burst from Massengale. It comes right down to her. A fortuitous bounce for the lay-in. Biggest lead of the day for the Lady Vols and a timeout.
Name your price tool helps. Oh, Jamie, you got a little something on the back of your shoe there. Price tag.
Danger. Price tag. Alert. Price tag.
Hey guys.
Price tag. Alert.
Is this normal? Well, Progressive is a price tag free zone. We let you tell us what you want to pay, and we help you find options to fit your budget. Where are they taking them? I don't know.
This seems excessive.
Decontamination in progress.
I don't want to tell you guys your job, but...
Policies without the price tags. Now that's Progressive.
Why do I take Metamucil every day? Because it helps me skip the bad stuff. I'm good. That's what I like to call the meta effect.
4-in-1 Multi-Health Metamucil is clinically proven to help you feel less hungry between meals. Experience the meta effect with our Multi-Health Wellness line.
I take Prilosec OTC each morning for my frequent heartburn. Does it gives me 0 heartburn.
Prilosec OTC, the #1 doctor-recommended frequent heartburn medicine for 9 straight years. 1 pill each morning, 24 hours, 0 heartburn.
The precision blades are the same, but shaving never will be. Fusion Pro Glide, rebuilt with FlexBall technology, makes maximum contact over tricky contours and gets virtually every hair. Pro Glide blades improved by FlexBall technology. 1 refill gets you up to 1 month of shaves. Gillette, the best a man can get.
Man, I can't believe they sent us down there to work.
Me either. Hey, I wasn't too out of sync, was I?
Nah. And if you were, I bet nobody even noticed.
Zubin Mehenti in our college basketball studios. Great Sunday of action. Down to the wire between the Ramblin' Wreck in Miami and South Beach. 1 attempt, 2 attempts, won't go. Kick it out. Can't get it from 2 feet. How about from 20-plus feet? Michelle Woods, Miami with a tick to go, leads by 3. Over on the SEC network, Mississippi State coming off that double OT loss to Kentucky, up 10 on the Gators at the half. Nia Johnson leads the nation in assists. She'll be dishing dimes against the Mountaineers in less than 7 minutes. Back to you guys in Knoxville.
Well, Zubin, the NCAA selection committee, when they came out with their #1 seeds this week, the projections, they had Tennessee over Baylor. What do you think about that?
I think right now Tennessee still sits in that #1 seed because of this right here and this here. Tennessee has a higher strength of schedule And then the number of ranked teams.
Yep, more quality wins, twice as many for the Lady Vols. But will they have to go the rest of the way without Izzy Harrison, who was injured in this early in this second half? But her teammates have really picked up the slack. They have done the job defensively on Kentucky, and the backcourt has scored 24 of their 35 points since the Harrison injury.
Ariel Massengale, Drea Carter, and Jamie Nard have really stepped up big.
And that is the 5th personal foul on Bishop. Eight points and 3 rebounds today for Asia. Her 5th DQ of the season. And back to the line, and this is something I'm sure Matthew Mitchell will be checking out on the stat sheet post-game if this score holds. His team has been called for twice as many fouls as Tennessee, life on the road in the SEC. They usually get 27 free throw attempts per game. They have taken just 10 foul shots today as Kentucky.
Well, Kentucky has stayed this whole game in a man-to-man, and Tennessee has been in the attack mode.
Yep.
Tennessee has varied between man and a zone, and Kentucky has settled for a lot of perimeter shots.
And a turnover. Graves kicks it back out, and Massengale sends it right back in. That's with the takeaway. O'Neal.
Harper is wide open in the corner.
There she is. Boy, she has not been able to find the mark at all today. She's now 4 of 13.
And Massengale patient, using the clock. Kentucky cannot sit back and let Tennessee, if they want to get back in this game, let Tennessee just use the full 30-second shot clock.
Knocked out of bounds. Tennessee will have it 5 on the shot clock. Here's a look at what's coming up for Tennessee. They've got Alabama on Thursday, and then on Big Monday, a week from tomorrow, South Carolina hosting the Lady Vols in what appears will be a showdown for first place in the league and possibly the regular season title.
That's going to be fun. It looks like Don Staley has really got Asia Wilson turned up to go along with Tiffany Mitchell.
Gamecocks won the regular season last year. The Lady Vols won the tournament.
She hit her first 3 the other night in her college career.
She and Mitchell both had 20-point games today as they routed Vanderbilt. And now the crowd sensing that this one will go down as a W. And the regular season sweep of the Cats.
This is a significant win for Tennessee, especially in looking at the committee to hold on to the #1 seed if they don't have Isabel Harrison.
Could be 2 number 1s for the Southeastern Conference. And what a day for Massengale. 17 now for Ariel. Epps to the left hand. Rebounds the miss. Certainly appears, Carolyn, that she was nowhere near 100% today. Bothered by the calf injury. Not to take anything away from the defensive performance today by Tennessee, another gem.
Yeah, but you're right. Michaela Epps doesn't look to be 100%, but the senior Sierra Burdick and Ariel Massengale stepping up big when their fellow senior had to leave the ball game has been huge.
That would be one of the stories post-game, the health of Harrison and whether or not she can return for Tennessee after a very serious leg injury in this second half. Stick around, though. We are set to continue the triple header with Baylor and West Virginia. And if you haven't seen her yet, you need to look at Nina Davis for the Lady Bears.
Nina Davis and Nia Johnson, one of the best point guards in the country.
Final seconds will tick away. 72-58, the final score. Tennessee stays undefeated at home and undefeated in the SEC, tied for first place with South Carolina. Our final score, 72-58. Now to Bob Picozzi and Gail Gestencourt at Baylor.